So while going through my harmonic practice this morning, I decided I'm going to do a harmonic practice plan that involves some kind of formula to modulate. Again, by harmonic practice, I mean for composers, not performers. I'm not a native keyboard player per se. My original instrument when I started playing music was a guitar when I was very young. However, my interest in that faded very quickly when I started to compose. The point is use the keyboard as a tool because it's so symmetrical that it's easy to learn harmonic concepts on, but also learn almost everything you do in notation. So I decided for my harmonic practice today, I was going to take the simple formula of 1, 4, 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1 and use aspects of it to create modulations. So this progression in and of itself, one chord inevitably leads to the next as if it's meant to happen. Very strong progression. We're going to take advantage of this. So you should practice this in all keys because there's little tricks you can do by knowing this. And when I taught students, this was a method I could use to get them to immediately modulate very easy. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to C to G with this simple formula. If you look at the 3 chord in C, it's the 6th chord of G. What comes after 6 in that formula? 6, 2, 5, 1. 1, 3, that becomes the 6 in G. 6, 2, 5, 1. Works out perfectly. So we have a partial aspect of that sequence when we pivot to G. 6, 2, 5, 1. But now what we're going to do once we get to G, we're going to go to its 3. Now that's the new 6, 2, 5, 1 to D. We will just keep repeating this process where the 3 becomes the 6 in the next key of the circle of fifths. Harmonic exercises like this are invaluable, so I'm just going to start. 5, 1, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, 3 becomes 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 6, 2, 5, 1. I'm not going to call them out anymore. You will continue this process until you've gone through all 12 major keys. Come to think of it, I'm probably playing it too fast, but oh well. Remember to do these things slower than me. I'm used to doing stuff like this. So there was a little harmonic practice I gave myself, a little bit of upkeep. So what I might do next is go through inversions like this and repeat that same pattern every time we're in the new key. Walking through inversions instead of root position every time. Gives you a whole different kind of sequence. Okay, and you'd keep doing that around the circle of fifths. Depending on your skill level, you might want to improvise on this now. And you might just give yourself a start key from C to destination key A like that and then stop. Then maybe go from like A and move yourself to B or something. So you always use basic triads first. You could always complicate them later. But that would be the next step, is to take a little bit more complicated chords, sevenths and extensions. And just kind of play through the same sequence, going around the circle of fifths. So this is just kind of randomly playing different types of extended chords in a kind of improvised fashion. But I'm going to stop. And I actually broke out of the pattern there, so maybe we'll do it more simplified. Maybe we'll do a C major 7th, E minor 7th, A minor 9, D11, G major 7th, B minor 7th, E minor 9, A dominant 9, D major 7 9, F sharp minor 7th, B minor 9 no third, E dominant 11th, A major 7th, C sharp minor 7th, F sharp minor 9, B dominant 13th, E major 7th. So you might want to run through this entire modulation that we've written out using sevenths and extensions. I should have played it slower like that to begin with and just called the chords out. So the last step I might do in a practice session is take a motif I already have, like this. So what I might do is use that motif within this wandering harmonic sequence. At least small aspects of it, or even partial aspects of it. So we want to work with specific aspects of this theme, the thematic material. Small motif aspects, maybe just partial aspects. We'll see. Okay. This just helps you learn how to use the same thematic material in continuous modulation. So I might do it like this. E minor, using the same motif, thinking of a build-up, now going to do the same thing in G. Now we're in the original key. We could actually play it the original key material, or we can keep wandering. But I'll just use it as a build-up. Original key. Maybe just play the original part partially and then start moving again. The whole point is we could use that partial aspect of 1 4 7 3 6 2 5 1 in continuous modulation, and now we have a new move that we know that we could add to our composing arsenal. So this little simple modulation has resulted in a bunch of different things we could mess around with. This is what you want to practice as a composer. This little simple modulation can turn into a practice session where you're learning it through all 12 keys, then adding extensions and whatnot, and then adding a thematic material that you already own and see how you can work it into this same modulation. The added benefit is you've added a new harmonic move to your vocabulary. And think of these harmonic moves like this, these really simple things, they stack on top of each other, and eventually your vocabulary starts getting very big. It's like learning a lick. You start combining one lick with another if you play like a guitar or improvise a lot with solos. It's like taking those things and combining them in various fashions when they're all derived maybe from some basic other licks. In other words, let it become a harmonic lick. That's why that simple progression that you learn in basic form in key 1 4 7 3 6 2 5 1 can actually turn into a bunch of other things, because that was the initial lick. Harmonic practice, very important for composers. So you might want to take a day out of your week, once a week, to pick a random topic like this and just run it through a bunch of ideas and exercises. Create exercises with it.